when I grew up and I was little, I was into mostly every single sport. But being that baseball was my favorite, basketball was my second favorite because like my father played it and my uncles and my cousins. So I remember going out to the court one time in the neighborhood we lived in, and I was with my cousins, and they gave me a basketball. And at first, usually how when everybody first starts shooting a basketball is like this. So that's how I first started to shoot, and that's how my love for the basketball started. Like playing with my cousins all the time throughout the summer, turned into playing to summer tournaments, turned into working out with my dad, and then it led to middle school basketball, high school, and now college basketball. But I started playing, I would say, around the age of 7, 8 years old for basketball. That's pretty late too. Usually, most of the people I talk to start playing like 5 years old, so that's pretty late. But that's when I started first playing basketball. It was about Mitchell's Projects. That was the neighborhood where I first started playing basketball, and that was the start of it. Being that I've been playing since 8, 7 years old, I would say now it's about 13 years I've been playing basketball. Basically all my life, all my teenage years, and I plan on playing hopefully to at least 35 professionally, like overseas. But yeah, I played in a lot of summer tournaments, AAU basketball. Middle school, I played all 4 years from fifth to eighth grade. High school, I played all 4 years from ninth to 12th. And now this was my second year playing college basketball. And I will play my third, and I should be playing my fourth. And then after that, I plan to look at overseas or summer basketball tournaments where like you play for a consistent team and get paid for it, or hopefully NBA or the NBA D League. That's how hopefully I get to play professional basketball. That's what we looking to take it. Oh, I love it. I've then been introduced to so many friends through basketball that I still am close with nowadays. Like basketball opens up so many networks. You not only make friends with people your age, but you meet coaches, and those coaches know people. So like basketball helped me figure out. It made my college decision much easier because I knew I wanted to go to a school that offered me not only academics but athletics as well. Because like playing basketball is just it teaches you like another side about yourself. It brings out the best in me because it pushes me constantly to the next limit. And like I said, when you playing with people on your team and y'all play for 4 years, 3 years together, you create bonds. So like same with middle school, I got friends on my team that I'm closer now to this day. Friends from high school, I'm still close to it, and I plan to create those same bonds with my friends on my college basketball team. But I'm glad that I play basketball. Like, I love the game, and I love what it does for me, and it keeps me in shape, keeps me out of trouble. That's another big thing that I reason why I like basketball because growing up in the neighborhoods that I lived in, it wasn't too much trouble, but trouble can find you no matter where you're at. But when you're in the basketball gym working out and your friends who you're working out with got the same goals and dreams as you, trouble really won't find you because you never put yourself in a bad situation. So that basketball was kind of like my safe haven. It's another way I was able to like express my emotions if I got mad, say classes wasn't going well, or I had problems back at home. Basketball was able to let me exert those emotions out onto the court, and that's why I love it. That's why I hope to continue playing it for a long time, a long time. Yeah, I like watching basketball as well too, because I feel when I look at the all the greats like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, like all of them had to learn from somebody before them. So when I'm at the computer lab at my school, or when I'm at home, and like especially NBA playoffs, even though I do watch college basketball, like NBA playoffs, I try to study the point guard position because that's the position I play. So I try to study point guards from this age, from the 90s, from the 80s, and try to pick a little pieces from their game to put into my game and see how it can make me successful on the court. And then like I also like watching because some players like are more athletic than the others, so I like seeing people dunk if they're real athletic, they can jump high. Or you run into some 7 footers that you really don't see in every sport, like basketball offers you that where you can see a big man who's 7 feet tall. And then sometimes you get the little surprises where it's like guys like Isaiah Thomas, who's real small but real fast, and they find ways to score. So like basketball to me is really exciting. And from March Madness to the NBA playoffs, down to watching the YMCA leagues with the little kids, I love watching basketball. It starts from I want to be the best player on my team to I want to be the best point guard in the conference to I want to be the best point guard in New York to I want to be the best point guard in the East region to I want to be the best point guard in the United States. Like that's how I see it. And the only way you get in that is if you work hard, if you play against other talented people, and if you keep your mind right, if you sacrifice and put that work in it, not saying that it will be guaranteed, but you have better chances of being the best at what you do. Yes, I done played against a lot of talented people. There's been people I've done played against that have played on TV before as well. Some of them play at a higher collegiate level as me, but all of that gives me motivation to know that if I played with you or played against you and played at a high level, I can play at the same level you play at. So when I see some of my boys that I know, Division 1 or Division 2, or even like scoring 30 in such a tournament that's like Tri-State or Rucker Park, I feel I can go out there and do the same thing because I done proved it to you. I could play with you and against you. So like those games is also fun. Like I know championship games bring another level, or when the crowd is into it. But when you're going against another great player and you know he's great, it's like let's get it on, man. Let's play. Let's see who's the best. Let's see who's been working because, like I told you, like I take this game serious, and I want to be the best at what I do. So when I see somebody else who's the best from like their school or their area, well, let's go out to see who's the best of this right now. And if I get past you, I'm looking for the next best. That's what I try to pinpoint the best player on the team. And if it's at my position, like point guard wise, I'm gonna try to outplay you. I'm gonna try to put it into your mind that you know, like when you play against Khalif Grant, you are for a game. Like this dude is ready to play. It's fun playing against talented people. It is fun. Sometimes, it kicks in sometimes where you do be like, you get tired and it's like the constant, like especially being college and high school, you get a lot of homework, a lot of work, papers, and it's like you got practice every day. One thing about basketball, the word sacrifice comes up a lot. Do you want to go to the party or do you want to keep your body in shape for practice in these games? Do you want to like have a girlfriend or do you want to use that time going out to eat and stuff like that to work on your craft and everything? But I mean, basketball also I don't really get tired of it because it helped me as a young man balance my schedule and be good with my time and knowing how to put time into everything, but keeping my priorities in check. So that's another thing. So I mean, there is those times where I can say like I get tired of it, but I can never stop because my love for it is higher than the pain that I may go through from a workout or injury, which keeps me playing. That's why I mean, I can't say I get tired of it. Maybe sometimes it may sink in, but I can never fully say, nah, I don't want to play